Hello there, Lynx here, welcome to Sakura Forst Girls 2! Let us continue! I gathered a lot of fruit from the clearing with Maia, then returned to the village, my arms laden with my spoils. I wasn't able to hunt any meat today, but I have more than enough food to satisfy Ari. I chopped the fruits at Imala's behest, then served them to Ari in her bedroom from a platter. She seems to take a great delight in this, and asked me to feed her. What? Well, I say ask, but it's more like a demand. She's being pretty petulant about it, not that I mind. I think it's charming. Okay.
How is it, Ari? Is it to your liking?
No. Ari sucks a plump, juicy strawberry from my fingers. The tip of her pink, cat-like tongue brushes against my fingertips, which makes me quiver. I can feel sparks going through me again, for this time they are not the unpleasant sort as they were back in the clearing. This is a far nicer feeling. Ari takes the strawberry into her mouth and chews it beneath her pearly white teeth, then she swallows. Oh. She smites me, her eyes half lidded, and says in quiet a voice,
Yes, indeed. This fruit is most delicious. I presume these are the fruits Imala has been raising. Would I be correct in this assumption? That's exactly right. We picked them together in that clearing with the funny-looking altar. Ah yeah, that clearing.
Ari pulls her face.
For the fruit Imala grows, this is indisputably delicious. I do not care to go there often myself. The mana in that clearing is awfully dense, owing to the protection of the forest's guardian. The last time I went there, I felt quite lightheaded. Join the club! Did you, perchance, stray into that clearing by mistake, Yaya? Yeah, I did. I was hunting a deer, but it was sleepier than an eel. It dashed through the trees and I gave chase all the way into that clearing. I didn't know it was a holy place or that it was protected by a spirit. If I'd realized, I would have stayed away. I can't remember much of what happened, but I think I passed out. When I did come to, Imala was standing over me. She saved me. I don't know what would have happened if she hadn't found me. That is quite the unsettling tale.
Ari reaches forth and rests a hand upon my knee. The golden decorations that festoon her airy outfit cling together, shimmering like stars.
I'm most glad Imala did find you. For your sake. And mine. I would be devastated were anything to happen to you, Yaya. Thanks! I'll try and be more careful next time.
I smile sheepishly.
I've learned my lesson. I'll not stray from the well-beaten path next time I go hunting, no matter how tempting my quarry. I don't want to pass out again. I'd hate to make you worry.
And if I'm being quite honest, I don't want to be bailed out by Imala again. She's not done anything to make me suspect her, but I feel uneasy in her presence, all the same. It might be something about her smile, for she's rarely seen without it. It doesn't illuminate her eyes. There's something oddly fake about her gentle countenance. It feels like she's wearing a mask. But that might be my own silly prejudice. She can be a bad person if Ari trusts her so much. That's what I'd like to believe at least, but you know.
Are you alright, Yaya? Is something on your mind? Oh no, I'm fine. Forget about it, huh?
My words aren't entirely truthful, but I don't want to make Ari worry.
What fruit would you like to sample next, Ari? I wonder. They all look so wonderful, it is hard to decide. The strawberries are so rich and red, like rabbits, but the supple taste of the watermelon has manifold charms of its own. And I can't forget the bananas, of course. They are Imala's pride and joy.
Why?
She takes a special care of those banana trees. The bananas they yield are like no other fruits I've tasted before. They are truly special.
Ari smiles, her gaze flicking between the piece of fruit arranged upon the platter.
Decisions. Oh, I do not know which pleasure I wish to partake of next. I suppose it doesn't matter all that much. I'm a selfish girl, and am sure I shall eat them all before this night comes to a close. It would be a crying shame to waste a single one of those fruits.
Ari glanced at me, smiling shyly. Sorry, I need to take a sip of water.
And they taste even better than usual when you feed them to me. Really? I would have thought my unworthy fingers would sully them. No, not at all. It's all quite the opposite. I'm unaccustomed to spending time with women my own age. Your presence is making me feel quite giddy. That must be why I'm speaking so much. I apologize for all my chatter. It's fine. I'm not going to hold it against you. I like spending time with you too. Indeed? Of course! You aren't humoring me, are you? I know Imal does this sometimes. I know you're younger than she is, but often it feels like she treats me like a child. I'm fond of her, but it is hard to have a proper conversation with her. Yeah, I understand that.
I don't like conversing with Mala much either, and I've only known her a couple of weeks. Wait, it's been weeks already, what? I feel sorry for Ari, who's had to put up with her and her enigmatic smiles since childhood. It's impossible to know what that woman's thinking, but I think she might be even more devious than Maia. Now that's saying something.
I might not be overly fond of him, but I'm fond of you, Ari. I like you a lot. Goodness me.
Ari's face flashes.
As a princess, I am accustomed to being praised by others. Your breath would be better served telling me something I do not know. But that is not to say I am not appreciative of your compliments.
Ari dispenses of her halter as quickly as adopting it, and offers me another of her small smiles.
Thank you, Yaya. You've been a great boon to our village since you arrived here. You've been working hard every day to hunt for food and to guard the village. And yet, despite all of that, you still find the time to cater to my selfish whims. You are a most loyal subject. Gee, thanks!
I return Ari's smile with a wide grin of my own.
I don't think you're all that selfish, Ari. I think it's pretty normal to want company, especially if you've not had much of it. I can't promise I'll stay in this village all that long, but I'd be more than happy to hang out with you while I have the opportunity. You're pretty easy to get along with, despite being a princess. You're not in the least bit stuck up or selfish. In fact, I'd like to be your friend. I'd love to be your friend. Are you sure?
Ari frowns.
I rather fear I'll coerce you into remaining in my village. I employed some rather underhanded tactics to ensure your compliance. Do you not resent me for that? Not at all. Well, then, I'm most thankful.
Ari clears her throat, then says, her cheeks still pink.
I think I would like to sample that watermelon next if you'd be so obliged. Sure thing.
That's not a watermelon. Oi. I cut the watermelon into a strawberry, basically, with a silver knife, and then hand it to Ari. She leans forward, her eyelashes falling shut, and accepts the sweet treat from my fingers. By the way, I love watermelons. Not gonna lie. For there are certain parts which are so annoying. I bet you know what I'm talking about, right? I bet you do. Her tongue brushed my tips, and a soft sigh of contentment spills from her lips.
Nom 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 nom.
She looks so happy I find myself smiling alongside her. I didn't intend to spend so much time in this village, but it mightn't be such a bad thing. I think I'll sneeze in a second, by the way, so sorry in advance. I don't like Himala at all, but I don't mind Himala, but I'm suspicious of her for. But I'm very fond of Ari. Whiling away the hours with her is pretty fun. There is one thing that's playing on my mind, however. I haven't seen Maia in a while. She's been so busy preparing for the upcoming ritual, she hasn't had much time to spare for Aiyana or I. While I'm sure Maia can look after herself, I do hope she's alright. I mean, can we check on her? No, seriously, can't we just check on her? I might have failed spectacularly in pursuit of the deer this morning, which happened in the previous episode, but I have no shortage of other tasks with which to prop up my deflated ego. When the night falls, I take my position on the outskirts of the village, just beyond these wooden walls. Guarding the village from prospective enemies is another one of my duties, which much like hunting. I've been doing this every night since I arrived here, for I've not yet seen anything suspicious. It doesn't hurt on to be wary. It doesn't hurt to be on wary for. I glanced this way and that way, my eyes narrowed. It's a cool night, and the breeze disturbs my hair. It brushes against my cheeks while my ponytail flutters. Tightly, I grip my spear in my hand. The wood fits to my calloused palm like an extension of my own body. I've slain any number of wild animals with this spear. I can manipulate it with ease without breaking a sweat. It was an important gift from my parents, and I cherish it dearly. So long as I have this spear, I should be invincible. Maybe. I won't let anybody get past me. I'll protect this village with all the energy I have. I might have made a fool out of myself this morning, but I'm going to turn the tables now.
Just you wait, you stupid slimes!
Oh, they have like normal buildings. Nice.
I'll regret it if you show up here. I'll poke you full of so many holes you'll look like honeycombs. I'm not the same girl I was when you attacked my village all those years ago. I'm stronger now, and I won't cover from you. I won't lose to anybody. Oh, really? That is the most impressive declaration. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. But you're wide open, little Yaya. Take this.
Noise. Now, holy crap, which one should I use as a thumbnail?
Damn it.
I squeak, my eyes widening in shock as something presses against my back. Fortunately, the foreign object pushed against me isn't sharp. It's soft instead, like a cushion, and it feels warm. I don't think it's lethal, but it bore upon me, so suddenly I feel a bit shaken. What's going on? Am I being ambushed?
God, that's me. You sound cute when you squeal like that. It's been such a long time since I heard your sonorous tones. I was becoming quiet, despondent. Never failed to cheer me up, Yaya.
Okay, I think I recognize that voice. It can only belong to one person.
Maia!
I glance at the he-turtle, unseen intruder from over my shoulder.
Yes, indeed. It's me.
Maia beams at me as expected. She looks very pleased with herself, like a proud cat that's caught a mouse. I guess I'd be the mouse in this simile, because Maia's arms are wound tightly about mine, her cheek pressed flush against my back. Her chest meanwhile is pushed against the curve of my spine. This just can't be comfortable, but whatever. Actually, it will be pretty comfortable. That will go a long way to explain the soft sensation that's assailing me. It shouldn't... I mean, if you are surprised like that, it probably is not comfortable, but whatever. Let's not get into the details of that, okay? There are certain situations where it would be comfortable. Anyway, it shouldn't have taken me so long to put 2 and 2 together. Maia's incredibly shameless, and she's been making advances on me since day one. I sigh, like...
What are you doing here, Maia? I'm supposed to be keeping watch over the village. I can't do that if you're bothering me. Oh.
Maia draws back, pouting.
How am I bothering you, Yaya? Would you prefer it if I left? Not really, I guess.
I set my spear down, then frown.
But maybe you're a bit too cheerful. Did you have to creep up on me like that? I thought it would be a nice surprise. It's been such a long while since we saw one another after all. I would give you something to celebrate. Wait, you almost made me jump off my skin. Weren't you trying to make a fool of me? I hardly think I need to try to do that, my dear Yaya. You do that often enough as it is, purely of your own accord.
Maia pats my head while I pout.
Knock it off! I've got a job to do! Yes, I can see that. I heard it too. Your declaration back then was remarkably bold. I fear you have given yourself a lot to live up to. What was it you said?
Maia's lip curls.
I believe you said that you would not lose to anybody. Achie.
I sigh. I knew Maia was going to give me grief about this.
Next time I should keep my ramblings to myself. Perhaps so. Talking to oneself is not a healthy habit, it is a sign of insanity. Or so they say. If I'm insane, it's because I had to put up with you all the time. Goodness me. Are you trying to say that I drive you crazy with passion? No, just crazy. You're hard to deal with. But of course I am. Do not forget that I am a witch. It is in our natures to be difficult. I would not be a proper witch otherwise, if I could not torment you so.
Maia reaches out, then tugs the end of my ponytail. Why?
Why were you talking to yourself, dear Yaya? Were you lonely without my company?
I must admit being on solo guard duty is a bit lonely. But I don't want to concede to Maia, she looks smug enough as it is. Scolding, I brush her fingers away and murmur.
I was just trying to psych myself up, is all. Talking out loud is a good way to boost morale. I'm not lonely, and I'm definitely not crazy.
I sigh.
Sometimes we should take me more seriously. I'm a hunter, you know, and a warrior too. It'd be nice if you could tell me I'm doing a good job for once. So you wish to be praised? Is that why you are sulking? I'm not sulking. You could have fooled me.
Maia titters, then shifts closer to me. She doesn't try to pat my head again, or embrace me, but she does offer me a smile.
Hey.
It looks more sincere than her usual weak grins, and it puts me at ease.
I do apologize if I upset you. That was not my intention, truly. I came to see you because I've missed you. It's been a while since we were last able to have a private word, just you and I. I guess it has, yeah.
I've not seen much of Maia since we arrived at this village. We're all given our own tasks, which kept us apart during the day, and I've spent most of my nights with Ari. There's something kind of reassuring about Maia's presence, sudden though it is. Even if she infuriates me, I know Maia has a good heart beneath her coy grin. That must be why I'm able to put up with her antics without losing my temper. Too much.
How you been, Maia? Busy.
Maia pouts.
I've been so busy, in fact, I haven't had the chance to relax and be parted from you, and I stink all the more. I don't know how you feel, but I've missed you, Yaya. I've missed you an awful lot. You have?
A blush captures my cheeks. Maia's not said or done anything too shocking, but my heart thumps regardless. She's sitting so close to me, I can smell the perfume which rolls off of her. It's a pleasant scent, but it's making me feel lightheaded. Oh, gee, this is no good. I'm getting distracted. I'll never be able to guard the village like this.
Yes, indeed.
Maia inches even closer to me, her amber eyes bright and mysterious in the moonlight.
You may have problems admitting to your feelings, my dear Yaya, but I have no such issues. I'm not at all embarrassed to admit that I care for you. You are very important to me, as is Aiyana. We have not known one another all that long, but you are both my darling companions. Without you, I've been feeling quite at a loss. I miss resting my head upon Aiyana's lap.
Maia's smile takes on a cat-like bend.
And I particularly miss using you as a chair. Woo-hoo-hoo. If I had you around to rest my weary behind upon, I would not feel exhausted, half so exhausted as I currently do.
I grit my teeth together, then shuffle away from Maia. It was silly of me to think Maia and I could ever have serious conversation. All her "I miss you" crap was nothing but yet another attempt to tease me. Well, it's getting tiresome.
If that's all you want to say, you can wait until tomorrow. Like I said, I'm busy. Why don't you go back to your tent? You could probably use some sleep. In a minute. There is something I wish to discuss first, which I would rather do alone. Like what?
I puff out my cheeks, indignant.
I bet it's going to be something stupid. Are you going to ask me? Are you going to ask to use me as a chair again, or will you demand that I, get rid of the clothes and got myself in the mood for your amusement? Such thoughts did not cross my mind, but thank you for raising them. I would not mind covering you in the mood, or maybe melted chocolate.
Melted chocolate. Sakura fantasy. That was that. Anyway, it might have been also a second one. No, the first one. Sakura Spirit? I think it was that one. Anyway,
I could lick it off of you until you're nice and squeaky clean. I'm certain, after all that, our relationship would become even closer. As if I'd let you do that.
I try to sound unconcerned, but I can hear the waver in my voice. My cheeks are pinker than they have a right to be, and my heart's starting to hammer. I don't know why, but strange things seem to happen to my body when I'm with Maia. I'm most tempted to believe she's cast some kind of spell on me, but I soon dismiss this musing. Maia might be a sneak, but she respects personal boundaries. I don't think she'd go quite that far. She just wants to watch me squirm. I'd rather not give her that satisfaction, but it's surprisingly hard.
Is that really all you want to say? If only it were. It would make me a good deal happier, but alas.
A massage then affixes me with a serious stare. Her eyes are narrowed, her lips pursed. All her prior mischief has vanished from her face, as though it was never there. It's hard to see my bad smile, and it sends a shiver down my spine. This doesn't bode well.
What is it? Did something happen? Nothing has happened just yet, to my knowledge, but I fear it may, if we are not careful. I cannot be certain by hypothesis, but I thought I should let you know about it regardless while I had the opportunity.
Maia glanced behind her shoulder at the village. It's late at night, and there is nobody about. The tents are dark and quiet with sleep. The moon that hangs in the sky above us, meanwhile, watches on eternally. It's a peaceful night, but unease begins to stir within me regardless. What does Maia want?
Yaya.
Maia looks back to me, her voice dropping to a whisper.
I wish to tell you, but no, perhaps that is not quite right. I wish to warn you about Imala. What?
I blink, momentarily dumbstruck.
What do you mean? She hasn't done anything, has she? Not yet. No, at least I do not think so. This may be nothing more than baseless paranoia, but something about her sits ill with me. She may appear polite and well-mannered, but I fear that is nothing more than a veneer. If one were to scratch the surface, I posit you would find an entirely different beast.
Yeah, I mean, she's suspicious.
So you're saying she's dangerous? I believe so, yes. That one possesses immense magical powers, much more than any human rightfully should. I fear she's almost as strong as I, and I have been alive for many more years than she. I do not know what she did to accrue such power, but it is suspicious.
Huh. Maybe she's using the villagers as a sacrifice? Okay, let's not.
The mana about her is so dense it rolls off her in waves. Really? I didn't notice. Most normal people would not, but I am not a normal person. I'm a witch, and I'm highly attuned to mana. To mana. I'm sure Aiyana too feels something is off about that woman, for I doubt she can sense it as strongly as I. That priestess is not at all normal.
Well, that we know, yeah.
She may be acting as our ally, but I would be on your guard about her. I do not know what she's planning, or if indeed she's planning anything, but it is best to be careful. I want to avoid a fracas, but there may be a time when we have to come to blows.
Maia's voice trails off. She looks up at the crescent moon, which is half concealed by the clouds, and frowns. Her brow furrows. A few moments pass, during which neither of us speak. My eyes remain transfixed upon the stars, while I look to my knees. It takes me a few moments to realize that I'm trembling. I'm not the most perceptive person, but even I've had a few doubts about Imola. I feel like there is more to her than her serene smile lets on. She's the one who found me in the clearing this morning after I passed out. She helped me yet. Yes, but she seemed unnervingly amused by my plight. Could she be responsible for my fainting fit?
Well, we can cross that bridge when we get to it.
Maia declares this suddenly, her voice jaunty once more. Smiling, she slumps a hand on my shoulder.
I'm sorry if I scared you, Yaya. That was not my intention. Perhaps my fears are nothing but baseless paranoia. There is a chance nothing will occur. But if it does, I think it would be best if it did not come as a surprise. I'm older than you and Aiyana, and I am far wiser. As such, I will protect you. Do not worry. You'll both be safe with me. I guarantee it.
Right. Thanks, I guess?
I mean, I would trust Maia more than Imola, that's for sure. We've known Maia for quite a while already, right? I return Maia's smile with a smaller one of my own.
I was feeling a bit uneasy about Imola myself, if I'm being honest. But you've done a lot to reassure me.
Irreverent though she might be, Maia's powerful ally. I've seen firsthand what her magic is capable of. She's no slouch. If anything goes awry, she can handle it. Of that I'm certain.
Good.
Maia grins.
I won't let anybody harm a single hair on your head. You're far too precious, Yaya. I'm the only one allowed to tease you. Even when the others tries, I'll make them pay.
Ooh.
I pull a face. Okay, maybe I was a little too quick to pile praise upon Maia. She's a good ally, yeah, but she's still a bit of a creep. Well, at least she's on my side. I guess that's something to be thankful for. She's a creep on my side. I mean, she's on our side, so... I woke early the following morning and headed in the woods to go fishing, this time with Aiyana in tow. She needs more water so she can continue to brew potions for Ari's headaches, and the river... I wonder if that works, you know. And the rivers near Ari's village are sadly still dried out. Aiyana and I stroll companionably through the forest. It's weird that Yaya did not mention that altar and so on to Maia. I would do that. It's nice to spend time alone with her. It feels like it's been a while since we had any time together since arriving in this village. We've both been so busy with our respective tasks we could use a break. I hum to myself while we walk. We've gotten far enough away from Ari's village that the signs of the drought have begun to fade. The grass beneath our feet, once brown and crispy, is now green and verdant, and the trees which line the path are tall and proud. A warm breeze ripples through the forest. The leaves overhead tremble, while the tall grass stirs. A few birds twitter among the boughs of the trees, and the foliage rustles as small animals scamper about. It's a pleasant day.
You sound like you're in good spirits, Yaya.
Yeah, it's because I am.
I should have a white to figurine.
Hey, I always enjoy myself when I'm with you.
You're exaggerating. There is nothing special about me.
Of course there is, or I wouldn't like hanging out with you so much. You're like the most special person I know.
I doubt that very much, but thank you.
Aiyana accepts my compliment, effusive voice with a smile.
You're special to me too.
I'm glad to hear it.
Silence falls between Aiyana and I as we resume our walk. I'm still in good spirits, but a question has suddenly surfaced to my mind. Now we're far away from Ari's village, perhaps I can pose it to Aiyana in secrecy. I wouldn't want any of the villagers overhearing this, least of all Ari.
Hey, Aiyana.
Yes?
Aiyana glanced at me, blinking.
Is something bothering you, Yaya?
You could say that, I guess. I was just wondering. Has Maia spoken to you recently?
About what?
About, well,
Now, what's the best way of phrasing this? I'll have to choose my words carefully. I don't want to make my best friend panic.
I don't mean to worry you, but, well, this is related to Imala?
Himala.
I nod.
Maia came to talk to me last night while I was keeping guard over the village. She said there was something fishy about Imala. For what she couldn't quite say. Apparently she's a lot stronger than she appears. She seems pretty loyal to Princess Harry, but if we made an enemy out of her, she'd be a formidable foe. Maia warned me to keep on my toes. She wanted to warn you, too, but she didn't get a chance. I thought I'd best do it in her stead to save her the trouble.
I see. That is quite worrying.
Aiyana frowns.
I did think there was something strange about the Imala myself, but I thought myself I was overthinking things. I have a tendency to do that.
Aiyana sighs.
I worry too much about all manner of things. I suppose it's nice to know my worries were not completely baseless for once.
Imala might be powerful, but it's no telling whether she means us any harm for now. Let's just proceed with caution, okay?
Oh, you know me.
Aiyana smiles vaguely.
I'm always cautious.
Okay.
That should not concern you.
I wonder if she's as cautious as the cautious hero. Anyway.
Haha, that's a good point.
I grin.
Between the two of us, I've always been the one to jump head first into adversity. I never think before I act. I probably need this warning more than you. But it doesn't hurt to pool our information together. Imala might be a threat to one day, but now we know that in advance we can work together to take defensive actions. She'll never be able to best all of us. There is 3 of us, and only one of her. She'll be completely outmatched.
I certainly hope so.
Aiyana replies positively, but her expression is unfocused, her brow furrowed. It looks like she's deep in thought. What she's thinking about, however, I can't say. I hope nothing will occur that proves Maia's concerns right, but life isn't all that easy, unfortunately. I wonder what's lying in store for us. If I was a clairvoyant like Imala, I might have some idea. But as this, I feel utterly clueless. I mean, you can base everything on prediction, observation, and so on. From that you basically can get the clairvoyance, kinda. Being an ordinary human kind of sucks. Aiyana says she's ordinary, but I'm even ordinarier. There's nothing commendable about me, other than my optimism, but that's precisely why I've gotta keep on smiling. Things will work out in the end. No matter how thorny our current situation, I'm sure they will. We just need to stay positive. Yes, let's stay positive and continue this episode. Or should I say, continue this story in the next episode.